He played in a China Grand Prix earlier this season and won it. Maxim Shmyrev, maybe the greatest sandpaper player of all time, although we've had Andrew Bagley that's taken the title the last 2 years. So Bagley, the recent victor. But Maxim has a lot to say about that. He's 45 years old, from Moscow, and absolute legend of this form of the sport. He loves it and he inspires all of us.
Yeah, he's up against Abramov, Isaac Abramov from Israel in this game. He is the #1 player in Israel. They've got 2 players that have through to the last 32, and he has been through to this stage before. So it's certainly not going to be a walkover, this.
No, so 2 players the same age, both 45 years of age. And Isaac just covering a slight injury on his left knee, but it doesn't stop him playing. So he's got it properly strapped, and he's going for it full on. That's a nice backhand. Oh, well played, Isaac. That's excellent. Really, really good play.
That's a great start, isn't it? Takes the first 3 points off of Maxim.
Yeah. So Isaac got through his group. He was beaten by Oriol Monzo, but to win the group, he beat Jian Min of Luxembourg. A great match, 15-14, I think, in the 3rd and final game. So at the very, very last point of the match, he won. And he also beat Sorensen 2-0. So very, very strong player. It's been through to the last 32 before, 2 years ago. Let's see if he can do some more damage here.
Yeah, he certainly started well. He looks, again, strong on both sides. I don't think he needs to keep running around on his backhand playing forehands. He seems to have a very strong backhand from what we've seen so far.
Yeah. Both of these nations really, really strong in this form of the game. Israel and Russia, both with other players in this competition that are through so far. So some real strength and depth in many, many countries around the world. Very high standard. This year, clearly the standard is as higher, I think, than it's ever been before.
Yeah, he's got Maxim under pressure here, and as we know, Maxim loves to hit forehand, so he's looking to cover most of the table with it all the time, and Isaac there playing a very fast backhand down the line, which caught him out.
Yeah, I think what Isaac's really good at is being able to see... Oh, he's good at that. He's able to see when the other player's going to run round and then play to the other side. See a nod from Maxim there. He knows he was caught out. Maxim just moved before Isaac hit it, and Isaac changed direction at the last minute. Brilliant execution.
Well, what about this for a start then? It's a real surprise.
Yeah, not often do we see a slow start from Maxim. It has happened.
3-8.
And so Maxim's getting back into what we've seen before, a fast serve from the middle of the table with his backhand. This time he's gone more over to the backhand corner. But he's very good at doing that backhand serve from the middle, out wide of the right-hander's forehand. He uses it quite a lot. Let's see if he can use that to more effect as the game goes on.
Well, certainly Isaac's not showing too much fear of Maxim's reputation here. Really good start, very confident.
Yeah, great player, very solid, good counter hits.
10-3.
Takes the ball early. It's a little bit flatter, I think, than Maxim. And he's not giving Maxim time to settle. Maxim being taller needs a little bit of time in order to play his shots. Oh, Isaac, great control off the net to keep the ball short to Maxim's backhand. That was a brilliant control shot. Well done, Isaac.
Yeah, it was. Maxim a bit unlucky. He did really well to get the net back, but Isaac finished the point off really well.
So that was the fast serve across court to the backhand. That one paying dividends for Maxim. There's the one short to the forehand. Maxim looks comfortable there.
11-5.
Went for it again, missed it that time.
Yeah, and Maxim wasn't so far around, so in my view, not the right one to go for. Easy from here, though. So Isaac, I think, needs to get wide into Maxim's backhand before he plays wide to the forehand. Quick rethink. New plan.
12-5.
Well, Maxim, not himself in his first game though, Colin. I don't think I've never seen him make so many mistakes.
No, and when it's best of 3, you could be out of the tournament in 10 minutes if you haven't got your head together. Lucky one.
5-13.
A great strike from Isaac, but just hit the top of the net, so a little bit of luck. 5-13. Save your double point ball for the next game, Maxime.
5-14.
Well, Isaac's just not making any errors at all, and Maxim's certainly crumbling under the pressure at the moment. He's going to have to find a different answer to the question in the second game.
Yeah, that's right. Isaac's error rate is almost 0. He's lost on lucky points, and when Maxime's played particularly well.
14-6.
Just relaxing there, I think. Testing out what that might look like in the second game to go even harder. But Isaac fast, sharp, comfortable, and to some extent not as troubled as most with Maxime's great balls.
14-7.
Now there, Maxim gave Isaac what he'd been giving him, the great backhand down the line, really quick and early. Isaac seemed to be struggling a bit with his knee there, Colin.
Yeah, he just pushed on his knee. That would be bad news if that was to affect him at all. Fast serve, backhand to the middle.
15-7.
And that's an amazing.
Abramov.
I've never seen anyone take Maxime out like that. Not Bagley, not anybody. That's fantastic play from Isaac Abramov. 15-7 first game. Well, that's given the whole crowd something to
confidence and to play strong.
The end of the match was really good because you looked like you're losing the second set, didn't you? But you turned it round and won with a late run of points there.
Yeah, that's true. It's one of the reasons I think and improve is the mental part in this sport is very important, and you must fight every point. Every point is very important because in this sport can change very fast.
Look, yeah, well done. We'll see you tomorrow in the last 16. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
So he's through. Oriol Monzo through to the last 16 here. Maxime's got off to a slightly better start. Early days, but he's 2-love up. Took 2 points on his service.
1-2.
And Monzo will play the winner of John Misal from the Philippines and Martin Groenewold from the Netherlands, which is the next match here on table 1, the show court.
2-0.
Well, Maxim's still under pressure. This is where he's going to show us, I'm sure, what champions are made of, and he's going to fight all the way through this game. It certainly won't be easy for Isaac, but he is playing so well.
Yeah, so what Maxime needs here is the technical and physical stability
2-3.
to be able to stretch Isaac Abramov both physically and mentally. So can Maxime stretch the game out, get closer to the white lines, bring him closer to the net, make those movements larger, more difficult? Can he hit that slightly harder without missing? That's the puzzle that Maxime's going to have to work out here. And from 2-love up, it's 4-2 down again.
What a return of serve that is from Isaac. He's really not holding back, is he? He's given that shot absolutely everything.
So fascinating now to see what Maxime has to try and turn this around.
Well, if you can hold on, Colin, this will be the biggest shot we've ever seen here. I mean, Maxime's never not got through to the semi-final.
4-3.
Okay, Maxime fighting, thinking so hard about what he's got to do to turn this around. And what will he do against the service?
4-0.
Forehand flick into the backhand, didn't try and play it fast, made it a little bit more bouncy, and that can be more effective because the ball's changing height quite rapidly. And you can see Isaac just mistiming it, puts Shmyrev back at 4-all. Urging himself on, stern words.
Yeah, it's unusual to see Maxim missing forehands like that. He didn't seem particularly under pressure.
Taking a bit of care. Unbelievable! Maxim decided to take his time, play it slow while it was safe. And was it safe? Not at all. Great step in.
I thought, what a strange change of tactics here to suddenly start chopping. And then what a backhand.
Well, you don't do that without a considerable amount of training. To be able to pull that out when he did as a one-off, fantastic. So 1 game and 6-4 to Isaac Abramov.
6-5.
Oh, that's good play there by Maxim. Good change of direction. Isaac couldn't quite get there in time.
6-0.
And little changes like that can make all the difference. Just clipped the top of the net, nearly crept over, just bounced up too long.
Well, I wonder at what stage Maxim will have that double point ball in his head. So he's going to have to make sure that he does everything he can to win this game.
Yeah, there's no strategy for leaving the double point ball to the third in this situation, I don't think. So Isaac be able to change the play as well.
7-6.
Brilliant smash from Maxime.
Well, Isaac did well to hang in the point. He was well back from the table, but Maxim just too much power at the end.
Serve from the backhand side. Again, another little one just slightly too low. But Isaac's got to lift it a little bit more than that.
These next 2 points are massive. This could be a massive turnaround in this game if Maxim takes both of these.
Absolutely, there's the forehand down the line. You could see that one coming. Played it really well down the line. Isaac unable to sprint across quite in time and keep his balance as well. So 9-6. Maxime just building a little bit of a cushion. And there he goes. Was it a 6-all and then 10-6?
Yeah, and you just saw how positive he was on that return of serve. Really quick and deep into the backhand of Isaac.
Absolutely brilliant play. Up against the wall and really fighting his way through. Great backhands from Isaac. Oh, and forehand too. Oh, that's a wonderful shot. Again, saw Maxime run round. At the last minute changed his mind. Played it down the line when he knew Maxime had turned. There.
Yeah, he did that so well in the first, didn't he? He hadn't done that for a while. That's going to give him some confidence again.
The ball whizzes past Maxime. Blows his cheeks out. Nothing he could have done about that except stand there and be prepared to trade backhands. So makes Maxime think about how much he can run around to get his forehand in from the backhand side or not. Still goes for it though, Maxime.
8-10.
And again, taking it so well, Isaac, playing down the line.
Yeah, I do feel that Maxim is going to have to start relying on his backhand a bit more because he's getting caught wide to the forehand so many times. He's got to stop running around quite so much.
Yeah, we talked about John Miesel from the Philippines running around and getting his forehand in from everywhere, and sometimes that leaves too big a gap. Maxime is so efficient running around getting his forehand in, but he might have to display some of his good backhand skills as well to take this game. And that'll be a new thing under pressure near the end of the game.
For Maxim, 3 points on the spin, lost there. He's starting to get into trouble again.
Double point ball. Mr. Abramov.
Good call, I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. This will put him in the lead if he can take it. No thought from Isaac about saving it till the end.
So using this from a losing position. Nice flip. Oh!
10-11.
It's a beautiful flip from Maxime. I thought he was in with the forehand down the line, but didn't connect with it properly. It's a good fight from Isaac, wasn't it?
It was a terrific return of serve, wasn't it? Isaac did so well to get enough on that to make Maxim miss the next forehand.
Yeah, it's a little bit of the Gavin Rumgaze about the way that Isaac's playing. Good sharp strokes, good footwork, playing it quickly down the lines and taking whatever comes at him.
I'm surprised. Oh, Maxim is using double point, is he?
11-all.
Here's the white ball.
they need to change the ball back, the orange one.
That's a double point ball. Oh dear, what's going on?
Double point ball.
He's going for the double point ball, he's already holding it.
So now they've oh dear. Yeah. Okay, so it's a double point ball anyway.
Yeah. So it's quite interesting, but this one is officially the double point ball. They're supposed to change to the white ball for it. But it'll still count. So
11-13.
Well, there you go, and then you see what a double point ball can do. How huge was that win?
well, without that one, Maxime would be a game and a point down. But with it, gives him hope for the second game. And then there's obviously hope for the third for any positive player. So, Isaac needs 4 points before Maxime gets to 15. Good play both. That's fantastic down the line.
14.
That's what Maxime's been trying to do. Isaac knew that was good.
That's a great shot, isn't it? So difficult to do.
Well, it's what Isaac's been doing, and he's been doing it more than Maxime. So Maxime just urging himself on, doing very well under loads of pressure, keeping calm but keeping positive.
14-12.
He'll be disappointed to not to return the serve at all. So Maxime comes back to the table. Fast serve, forehand down the line, he was stretched. Again, Isaac did so well. He knew he was stretched wide.
Well, if Isaac can take this game, Maxime's 1 point away from being out of this tournament.
So it's first to 15, yeah. And at 14 all.
Yeah, he'll be serving too, won't he? So if he can, this is a huge point.
So this is going to be... So Shmyrev, game point. If he doesn't win it, it's match point to Abramov. 15-14 takes the game. No two clear points here.
Wow.
Oh, we've got a match point against Shmyrev.
But also still, of course, game point for Maxime. But it's Isaac's serve with match point.
So Isaac Abramov, match point and serving. But if he doesn't take this point, it's immediately game to Shmyrev. Never seen such a big point as this in the championships, especially with Maxime under pressure in the early rounds.
So I wonder what's going through his head here. Is he going to go for a tight short serve, or is he going to make it fast into the corner?
Tight short one, and he didn't make it. One game all. Match point against Maxime. He managed to play the flick long to the backhand. A disappointed Isaac Abramov. 15-14, and that just makes it absolutely level. Or whether it's going to be another tough grind for him.
Yeah, it's always tough, isn't it, if you've just lost that opportunity to keep yourself up for this third game. You know, Isaac's got to put that disappointment behind him. I think Maxime's big favourite from my point of view, Colin. Don't know what you feel.
Well, I don't think this is going to be easy. I think this is going to be a tough match for both of them. It's hard to call. You've got to say Maxime's favourite 1-all, and he does seem to be moving a bit more fluidly. Took a chance there, relaxed, it worked for him. Is he going to get away?
Yeah, I just get the feeling that he might here, Colin. I'll be surprised if Isaac's able to push him as much as he has in that last certainly 2 ends. But we'll see.
Yeah, but see that?
Yeah,
see
good.
That fantastic backhand drives. Not as much topspin as Maxime. You see, he's happy to use his backhand.
Took it really early, didn't he? Really rushed Maxime.
Yeah, plays it as fast and hard as Martin Grunewold in the Netherlands. Early, punchy. There he is again.
Just reached for that a little, didn't he?
He did. Maxime, to be fair, Maxime slowed that down a bit, didn't he?
He did, it was clever.
Walked him into that one. So clever use of a slightly slower ball from Maxime. Medium pace.
1-3.
No, Isaac, I felt he had that opportunity to play that big shot he's been playing with his backhand down the line, but just held back a little. Maxim was able to get across there easily that time.
Yeah.
He's got to stay positive, hasn't he?
He does, and I think Isaac has to stay relaxed. That's beautiful.
That is a good forehand.
Yeah, hitting hard down the line's difficult stroke to play. The ball's coming across your body, moving away from you, but crack that down the line. Very, very good technique.